Well, we told you to be quick, so here we are, about to jump into the pistol round, getting straight into the action. Team Falcons versus HEET, Brandon, kicking off on Dust2.
It is indeed Falcons. It's not their map pick, so we're starting on the defensive side. And, oh, that's aggressive. 3 players already in towards lower. They're going to meet HEET head on here.
Yeah, but look, HEET are holding for this. Python, though, peeking through a lovely USP shot to open it up. But Jackson Jocko chime in, and Jocko even gets a second. This push immediately dispatched of Maka, trying to get something in response. There's a couple of players throwing utility, a nice tap to even things back up, but still a prairie advantage towards HEET.
Yeah, they need to get going here, Falcons, if they want an opportunity to work their way back in. I'm interested in this flank, though, because that push has come over. Afro's all the way up long. He's trying to catch out rotations here. Bomb planted, and wow, what a shot. HEET immediately removed, and now this makes Maka's world a little bit more difficult to try and work back in. Afro hits a second headshot on that P250, and HEET, they convert the pistol.
That was a perfectly played pistol by HEET. You could tell they definitely had a read on that aggression down towards mid. I think it might have been spotted early on by Afro, who was sort of holding out towards long, and I think he might have had a read on that situation. So they're just sitting passive. First kill goes the way of Python, but then the trades are fantastic. HEET find their way through, and Afro on that flank does everything.
Yeah, locks it in. Boost up as well now for HEET and towards top middle. Afro with the scout, can't find a thing. Maka, well, he's going aggressive here. Team Falcons have forced up. Maka with the peek in. Oh, and he actually finds Jocko. That's a man advantage in their favor, and he's still fighting. He's still pushing the issue here. Oh, it's actually MBK. I thought that was a no-scope, but not quite. But Maka, it doesn't even matter. The scouts, they're finding everything.
Are we watching Scouts Knives right now? What is going on? These scout plays towards top mid, getting the headshots at close range. What an explosive start to this series. Next season, Afro are going to have to try and group up here. HEET, he's looking with Python to try and retake control and towards middle as well. They know a tag went down onto one of these players as well, which makes that deagle a lot more potent. They're actually going to start pushing up. Depending on the timing here, this could work out for the CTs.
It could indeed. HEET, they're just slowing things down. They're waiting for this aggression, but when are they going to consider this flank? Because Python, he's just walking straight behind him. He spots one. That's the bomb dropped. It's all left onto Afro. 1 versus 2. Can pick up the bomb at the very least, but he's funneled into this position. He has to go towards long.
Yeah, the good news is the bomb flew through the doors straight into his grasp, so didn't have to cross back to try and pick that one up. He has a bit of utility to work with as well. Smoke, molly, and flashes. With this time on the clock, he's able to comfortably get over here, can drop a smoke to give himself a bit of cover once the bomb plant goes off. Going to set him up strong into this 1 versus 2. Use a flash to reposition a Molotov at hand. If he throws that on out towards short, that could catch both these players off guard. He spotted both, going for the spray with the Galil, but it's a little too unwieldy. And Python is going to find it with the MAC-10.
Well, immediately, Falcons, they're showing in these first 2 rounds that they're not scared to take the fight directly to HEET, whether it be pistols in towards lower, whether it's even the scout just pushing top middle. The fact that MBK is supporting as well. You've just got this crossfire that funnels HEET into a position where they can't actually move their feet. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, you often see on these force rounds from CTs that they'll go 2 scouts and then like a couple of deagles to try and work with the softened up targets, but that's barely even needed here. They go for this aggressive push. It's really out of the box, but it works out fantastically. It secures them the round. And then, yeah, after at the end, it almost looked doable. I think maybe an AK, he might have been able to pull that one off, but not quite able to convert the spray.
Yeah, not quite. There's going to be no investment back in for HEET. It's just going to be the Glocks working their way down towards top middle. Maka alongside Masuta have got good control out towards long. So many Molotovs just being dispersed, making sure HEET can't be pushed back in. Even a smoke. Maka doesn't really want to push this, but he'll lay down the bullets anyway.
Establishing this control early. This one should be a pretty easy round for Falcons. It is just these Glocks. It's not even flashbangs or anything. HEET are playing for the follow-up. Best case scenario for them is going to be getting that bomb down on the ground. That nade, this is the mark, dodged by every player in short. Timing a little bit off. HEET might get a chance to try out that new M4A1S. That's 1 kill. Drops the molly as well to slow them down. Now he has a bit of information at least.
What's the reaction here? Well, It's Jocko trying to establish some sort of presence over towards short. HEET looking for this, tries to line them up. The spray, oh, it's good. Takes out another one, but the pistol's just overwhelmed. Not enough bullets in that magazine. So that's an M4 recovered at the very least. But the bomb, right, that needed to be reclaimed. And now Maka can step in and clean up the rest. One casualty for the Falcons against the Glocks. That's a pretty good showing.
Yeah, because they had the Galils that they got from the round prior. It's not the worst they lose this M4. Obviously, you prefer to hold on to it, but that's kind of the risk of playing these close angles with the M4. See, that's exactly what they wanted to do on the HEET side. They wanted to try and overwhelm, get themselves that rifle and potentially an avenue onto a site, but not to be. Now we see they have got all the rifles back out. Actually, very similar setup on both sides, with 2 Galils on both sides of the server.
All right. Let's see it. It looked to be aggression immediately from long towards HEET, but instead the Falcons, again, they're establishing it. The response from HEET is to take control up towards tunnels instead. It's a tug of war on the server right now. Both teams exchanging pieces of map control. With that lurk smoke, it's actually going to entice some rotations. Python's already moved his way over towards mid alongside HEET.
It's a big setup here. Actually, a boost looking like it's going to come through. This is a little cheeky. You don't see this one every day. You peer over that deeply blooming Xbox smoke. Having not spotted everything, they're going to start to reposition. B is the hit. So there's a lot of pressure now onto MBK, but that first kill's actually come out on towards body. Falcons found that one out towards long. Now MBK can just stand here. That Molotov is slowing them down. And HEET, they cannot commit yet.
Now that rotation can come over. Python will just recycle the Molotov, force them straight into MBK. Python actually just burns all of them alive. HEET really living up to their namesake. And well, Falcons, they'll get consecutive.
They burn alive. Not living up, really. So I guess they are living up to the namesake. They're definitely standing in the heat. That's for sure. But yeah, they try and stand and fight, but that's where all the bullets come through. The flames finish off the job, and it's a perfect hold. But they felt forced to go for that. They lost the lurk on Masuda out towards long. He was holding a... Masuda found the kill. They were holding for the T lurk. Got caught off. The rest of the Ts feel like they have to then commit to B, and they walk straight into 2 Molotovs.
I mean, the only saving grace, I suppose, for the Falcons is that 3 players burn to incendiary, so the kill reward, it's not that bad. I mean, you're still working with M4s anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Again, just out with the pistols, a couple of pieces of utility on towards body. Maka boosted up, will find another opener. That's been a consistent theme, really, for this Falcons side. They've been very good at finding these openings. Even in the pistol round that they lost, they still got the man advantage.
Python finds another one onto body. And also, XC's very low. These pistols, unlikely to get too much here. So they're sort of spreading out, trying to use up some of this utility, catch off anyone that's pushing. Jack's holding for that push that came through the round prior. Not going to be taking place this time around, as Falcons are content to play this one safely. Don't want to give up any weapons needlessly. They can slowly start to clean up the remaining players.
And that's exactly what happens. They've got off to a really hot streak immediately after losing the pistol. They won back in with the Force Spy. The gun round was pretty clean as well, which makes things a little bit scary in the early onset of this best of 3 for HEET. Bearing in mind that this is their map pick, of course, and they've already started off a little bit flatter than they probably would have liked.
Yeah, and the last time these two teams matched up on Dust2, where it was that overtime affair that was super close, those were 8-7 halves. It was very much on the line between both sides of the server. So that's something I want to be keeping an eye on as to how Falcons end this half, because they've started it very strong.
Shot coming through in towards middle. Jocko just trying to spot a player out towards short. No, but he won't catch the grenade either. HEET is just on the other side of the mid doors. Flashbangs came through, but he didn't actually want to peek it. But it doesn't matter because there's so much pressure. And Python, again, will find this opener out towards short. MBK chimes in, eliminates Ecstasies. In the blink of an eye, HEET, they're down 2 players.
Yeah, Falcons are playing this really well. This is a well-rehearsed CT side. You can see every single setup is perfect. They go for the boost, the nade hits as well. MBK's holding a different line this time around. It's this lovely off angle that is difficult to spot on the jiggle. Whereas HEET, both times have had the rifles out now. It felt a little bit uninspired. Afro with the AWP might be the difference, though. He's looking for something in mid. His teammate's gone down in holes. MBK is getting delivered these kills for free, really, it feels like. And now HEET's looking for some of his own. So that AWP might soon swap over to the CT side.
Oh. Misuta catches out Body. There we go. There's that AWP locked in. Body now has to do it. Oh, Misuta has repositioned in towards CT as well. Another flawless round on the board from the Falcons. And I really like that response. You're talking about the boost. And then MBK on the off angle catching out Exorcies towards upper tunnel. And then the reaction. 3 players re-aggress long, take back the map control. So HEET, honestly, they've got nothing to work with. There's no opportunity to reinvent themselves into that gun round. And they're once again just reduced to these Tech 9s.
Yeah, I don't know whether there's been spawns on the gun rounds or not, but we've yet to see them even take a look in towards long control. So that's something I want to see if they maybe change up in the future. But this time around, it is fast and it is towards B. And MBK, well, he's spraying through the Molotov. One goes down, HEET's rotated over. And at this stage, it should be an easy enough cleanup. The upgraded pistols getting nothing done. And the bomb landing straight out on the site.
They're even nading mid doors. Afro can hear the footsteps, going to regroup with Body, but you're right, they need to get the C4, and there's just no way in. Python's even holding the mid doors, should catch out Afro on this jiggle. And this is just a really well-constructed CT side immediately out the gate from the Falcons. It's not been close. It's not what we saw, especially in that RMR game. It's just one-way traffic. Falcons, they always seem to have a read. It's an interesting point you mentioned about long as well. Every single time it feels like the Falcons are prioritizing this long control, whether it's immediately into the round or shortly after taking the short boost. So it always feels a little bit uncomfortable for HEET to run in there. Looking at the spawns now, though, they're going to try it. They have to.
They need to do something different because they have not yet established control. The smoke's come out though, the flash is behind them, and now they start to make their way out. Jocko, he's leading the charge. Python is here though, and the flashbangs are so good from the CTs. But a good one back in response from Jax sets up Body for a kill. Immediately traded out, and now Jax arrives looking for the fight. It's even kills back and forth, but in the meantime, HEET pushed into mid and found a player in lower dark. The advantage, well, it was temporarily there. It's equalized immediately. What a brawl we're having this round.
But look at MBK. If they don't clear him here, he just wins the round straight up. You've even got HEET clearing out all of spawn. MBK, when's he going to reveal himself? He hasn't got his gun out. It's just a smoke. Waiting. Biding his time. Oh, this is so weird, MBK. When are you going to reveal yourself? There he is. He spots out both and he decapitates them. MBK, with the trigger discipline, gets Falcons a 7th.
So what, we've been seeing some pretty cool stuff from MBK out towards long when he gets there in the past. So I throw my mind back to that RMR game and that long spray control that he closed it out with. And well, he's showing us some of that impressive performance here. Nice trigger discipline to get this double. And that started fairly well for HEET. It was very back and forth, but they got the control. And generally when the kills are favored, you know, even between the teams, that favors the T side. But then HEET, he finds that kill in towards lower dark, and that really changes the momentum. Then you can see immediately the response is to push out long, and MBK, trigger discipline, wins the round.
What really hurts as well is kind of the playstyle around the economy that HEET have as their philosophy. Right, about 3,000, 3,300, they will never really invest in. You see that Jocko's got over 4,000, but they didn't decide to go for it. They want to balance out the economy as much as they can, but the issue you now have is they're not getting onto the bomb site. They're not placing that C4 down, which means that no extra cash can be generated. And you've constantly got one gun round, one pistol round, one gun round. It's really just uninspired, and the fact that they can't get on these bomb sites is a real testament to that. Take a look at the Falcons economy. Misuta, MBK, in fact everyone except for Python, they're on 5 digits.
Yeah, it's not a good start, and that nade absolutely hurts. Echoing around short, they're all limping. Python, he's not quite able to hit these kills, but eventually does do it, but it doesn't matter, they're all getting picked apart, and there's enough support here that they can afford to miss a couple of shots. Body, Jocko, and Ecstasy's all brought down low, particularly the first two. And they're pinned in as well. Every angle being covered by a rifle.
And every angle being reinforced by at least 2 players. Look, Python's taking first contact. Misuta can just jump up from the boxes. In middle, you've got a HEET MBK layered peak. There's no way in. 20 seconds. HEET got to try and make a move in towards short, but they're just getting peppered by these bullets. XC's last alive. There's no way he can plant a bomb down. It's going to be 8. Another flawless round. Another comfortable affair for the Falcons.
Yeah, and that wasn't like it was just against Glocks. That was the armor, pistols, the Tech 9's deagles. We know that they can have a huge amount of impact. We know that Jocko, for instance, his deagle is kind of infamous for how potent it can be, but Not really seeing anything on these half-buy rounds that you mentioned, though. We're seeing every second round. They're literally just limping into a bomb site and falling on the ground. So we'll see with the guns coming out this round if there's something a bit more inspiring. Jocko can drop an AWP over as well, so that could be a change-up, but they need to do something different.
Yeah, well, that's what this timeout is for, right? They're just taking a breather. Because Falcons, they've already won out the half. The next question for this CT side is how much can they extend this advantage? We draw attention to the fact that it was a scrappy game in the RMRs. This game went to overtime. It was 8-7. Technically, that's still achievable for HEET, but right now, given the nature of how these rounds have really transpired, it doesn't feel that way at all. The fact that Falcons are winning all of these rounds and they're not close is a real worrying sign for HEET.
Need to find an opener. What they've been sorely lacking. See, Afro was looking for it. Might be giving it. No, the timing goes away, but Body has found the solution. Maka goes down in towards short, and HEET finally have a man advantage.
Spray through the smoke. Body, bullets not quite collected. For HEET, now they're just going to try and use this mid-control. They're going to sit on it, wait for any re-aggression that Falcons want to throw at them, because remember, this pick came in so early. And the response typically from the Falcons has been to move as a pack, go in for some of these trades, immediately find a response. This boost coming up and over. Oh, actually, it's going to favour the Falcons. Body brought down incredibly low.
Yeah, that was just a spam coming through. Almost takes him down. Sentry not going to hit the mark. They're trying to pin him in, though. Student's going to swing off the AWP. He misses the shot. Afro, he's brought down low, but Jocko and Body buying kills apiece. Despite the damage done, it is favouring HEET so far, and now it's just this boost still assembled in towards mid. And that's all that's left for Falcons.
Hinge smoke deployed. Skills vision for both of these players. 40 seconds left. HEET can take this anywhere. Looks like the bomb is making inroads up towards short. Be grouped with the rest of the team. You've even got Body. Such low HP, but he's going to try and be a little bit of a nuisance. MBK spots him. Ooh. Oh, and he's even found the kill. Incredible work from Body. And that is going to net HEET another round back in. We're talking about the opening kills, by the way, Lucy. That's the first round HEET have found an opening kill this entire game.
Well, you can see the difference it made, right? They got every single kill for free. There was no kills going the way of Falcons. It was a flawless round on the T side, which is not something we've had the pleasure of seeing yet. And well, that was a lovely jiggle peek as well from Body. That's absolutely disgusting. He opened up the round as well, finding that initial opener onto the player in short. So that's what HEET needed, but they need a lot more of it. It's still only their second round. Consecutive is a question, and oh, that could be the answer. Afro, lovely opener onto Python.
Double flashing out towards long as well. Maka here with the AWP. Jax is smoked off. Maka's getting ever so close. Has to be really careful here. Meanwhile, HEET established this control up towards tunnels. MBK to be tested again. And to be fair to him, he's done a very good job so far. Lurk smoke deployed. Spam isn't actually going to come out until the last moment where HEET all reposition.
Maka spotting a player. It's a tickle of the Molotov. Going to fall off though. His utility of his own is slowed down. Right, MBK has been incredibly solid over towards this B site. Found a multi-kill more often than not, so decided not to press the advantage there. They drop the smoke and fall back. Once again, mid heavily being favoured by Falcons as well. MBK is kind of floating a lot. He's being very mobile. Actually not going to spot anyone in mid. Another boost being employed here. This time Maka, top of Masuta for this deep line in short.
Yeah, the only issue you have is the fact that there's 4 HEET players currently working their way in towards long. So that boost has been dismounted. Maka now can peer in. Here come the smokes to enable the cross. That's going to give a lot of incentive to the Falcons, especially with 20 seconds left. HEET, they've got to get going.
There's an incendiary here, HEET as well, that can be deployed. They can just get whittled down on their way onto the site. The spam comes through as well. H'Adji gets a kill. Maka using a one-way to try and deny the access through. The bomb gets dropped. Afro and Jax, they have to get this bomb planted, and there's just no time. They can't pick it up, and it's all falling apart for HEET.
Jax will find one on the way out, but then he dies after time. It's not ideal. Not a great scenario. The AWP is saved over at the very least, but Falcons, that's an incredibly good reaction to what happened in the previous. Because that time they didn't push the issue. They didn't force it. They established deep anchor crossfires in towards the bomb sites. They even had the boost to get a little bit of leverage up towards short, and or immediately by holding onto their utility, because he haven't really been contesting map control so much this game. They can just hold on to it, drop the grenades with the spam. There's no way in, especially with the time that have been whittled down so much.
And that was with HEET finding the opener. We saw it again there. This time around, it's going to be MBK getting that opening kill over towards B as well. He's been more than happy to fight this. You don't always see the B anchor going for these brazen fights, because if you go down, that opens up an avenue onto a very difficult to retake site. But he's been feeling confident doing it. He's had support from HEET as well. The Falcons do feel like they're playing on a slightly different level here, and we saw that in that last round, as you mentioned, just the way they responded to that man disadvantage, holding onto that utility and setting up a perfect defensive crossfire.
Speaking of utility, Jocko's been brought down low by the HEET's body. This is the most advanced bit of map control that HEET really have. It's over towards short Maka, can't spot Jax. The body's going to give it a go. He's going to try and test the issue. Python has been having a very good game so far. That molly is going to force him forward, straight into this fight, potentially, but he's in the smoke. Nexuses, he's lurking. Jax with the support. But now, Falcons know what's up. They're going to step in. MBK has to be careful here.
Ooh, Maka going for a bit of a hero play, pushing through the smoke. Lucky there's nobody on the other side. HEET have fallen back. They're trying to reposition here, and that's allowed every Falcons player to rotate. But Ecstasies, he punishes Python looking into short. Masuda spotting the bomb going up, and a nice tap onto Jax as well. Leaves the man advantage towards Falcons, but they're not positioned to stop this take coming through to the A site. So Body can get the bomb down. The Falcons are going to have every advantage going into the post plant.
They haven't got utility, but they have got kits. So they can go for this. They even decide to. Maka, waiting, biding his time, will start to make a move over after short control has been gathered. Masuta leading the charge, just going to wait a little bit. Time is on their side for the Falcons. It's going to be a two-pronged attack. In fact, make it all three coming in from short, so Body has to try and step in and do the damage, and now it's on to Xyz, who's already been dinked on the way through. A lot of these players are low, so it's still quite doable, but Masuta will find that kill, and Falcons will also find double digits.
Yeah, double digits. Great retake. They had the man advantage, but neither team had utility, and that would normally favor the tiers set up there, but Body could never get off the site and just felt super uncomfortable. And those aim duels were a little bit difficult to be taking from ramp as well. So HEET, unfortunately, unable to convert that one. And again, that was Falcons finding that opener. The mid fight was really what kind of determined that round in many ways, because it felt like a really good setup for HEET. Jax saves the life of his teammate finding that kill, and then they've got these smokes ready for a mid to B, but they just take a bit too long to get going with their strategy. And Falcons just abuse that with the rotations.
Now look at this aggression. HEET, he's all the way here and towards lower already. They're concerned about an upper tunnels push. That's not coming in. Should be worried about the opposite side if you're HEET. 3 players out towards long. Even a deep grenade. That's trying to bait in the player more, but it's a good Molotov. HEET has forced to extinguish the flames with a smoke grenade. And now he needs to try and survive, because Body's on the other end of things in top middle.
They definitely have to read in his play here. And so he's going to just escape with his life, which is not the worst outcome, really. A little bit of damage from that incendiary. But now HEET are taking late-stage long control, so they're going to have to take their time clearing through this. There isn't anybody here on the CT side quite yet. But a triple setup, actually, out towards long, so it does look like they're setting up for a retake out long. This is about to be a brawl. Maka is setting up this flashbang. It's going to come through now, and there's the swing. The flashbang is perfect, but they're actually not positioned to go for the take. But a second flash appears, and Masuda swings out for a double. Body's here now, and the bomb's out in the open. He has to try and fight his way out of here, but Python takes him down. 2-man advantage now for Falcons as the bomb is delivered to A-long.
Jocko trying to step in. They're already holding short, though. In fact, he's even made a little bit of a footstep. HEET on low HP, doesn't even matter. And Xyz now has to deal with Python, who's already been quite tricky over towards the long doors. Position does find him. Now but needs to find 3 more. 20 seconds. It gets a little bit difficult, especially with MBK holding the flank. Maka can't quite lock that one in. There should be just enough time potentially to get that bomb down, but he pauses just for a moment. There's no time now.
Yeah, I think it's taken slightly too long. Oh, this is going to be down to the wire, but it doesn't matter. They can just chase him down, and in fact, he just missed out on it. You see that bomb, even though it's planted, there's no need to defuse it, and he might have even gone down after time there.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's down to the last second. That one hurts, that little bit of hesitation, but I mean, really, this round was all determined by that retake out towards long, despite the Lovely heroics and ecstasies at the end. Really, it was that decision to retake. They throw that first flash to bait out the response from the tiers. Then the second flash comes through and Masuda swings out for a fantastic double. From that point, Falcons are in a fantastic position to take the round.
Yeah, look at this long control being established by the Falcons. Masuda gets full blind, but he spots out Jax. He's only playing with a rifle on this Heat side, and now he's trapped in towards the blue bin. Very difficult for him to try and escape. So Heat, they're going to reposition up towards short. Good spray from HEET onto two of these players, but it's going to be quick. Heat, they're going to make their move now.
It'll be quick, but they've got no utility to support it, and their hero AK is stuck now towards the blue bin. So the rotations come over, and Masuda's just locking in Jax this entire time. Python is going to be able to reposition in towards Goose, and they have no way of flushing him out. The response is to try and drop down, but Maka is holding it with the P250 and that M4 when Python chimes in for Jocko. So now Jax, his position known, has the time to activate, but all his teammates have fallen. Maka, it's all too easy for him to eventually find that kill.
I feel like we just overlooked the fact that Maka is completely smoked off in CT spawn, and he fires off maybe like 3 P250 bullets and finds a kill just through the smoke. That one hurts for Heat. It's even a little bit mentally, right? And I understand that the thought process behind buying into the previous is to balance out the economy to accommodate this buy. Despite them planting the bomb and dying after time, it's all for this. It's to give them a leg up into the previous with Jax, but he couldn't find anything. And then suddenly they have got a full buy. It's the last round of this first half. Team Falcons, they're already on 12.
Yeah, this is not the 8-7 half that we saw at the RMRs. This is a devastating scoreline if you're Heat, but that's a great opener if you're a Heat fan. Body doubling up. Body's hit the floor, and now he's looking for more. Maka playing around this smoke, had success last time, and he's worried about Long, trying to reposition with this AWP, looking for the kill, and that's a nice kill, but Body is there for the trade immediately. The man advantage still sits for Heat, and that bomb makes it through to the site.
Body's found all of them. MBK just waiting for his teammate, who's going to make his journey all the way out towards Long. Looks like Afro's going to hold this, though. There's a very difficult nut for HEET to potentially crack. Afro's scoping in. HEET with the flashbang. Oh, actually, that's a missed shot. That means there's opportunity. And MBK on the other side of things is starting to make his move. Can't quite do it. Jocko steps in, but HEET found another 1 versus 1. There's Kit, so there is time. HEET encroaching, getting ever so closer, but where's Body? He's repositioned, but it doesn't matter. HEET with all 3. Falcons get 13.
A key part of that play is also that Afro gets spotted crossing out towards Long. So HEET's ready for that fight. The AWP gets caught off guard. That flashbang is perfect. Able to get the kill. Makes his way through. And at the very end, Falcons, a dominant half. We're going to go to a very short break. When we come back, we'll be jumping into the second half.
Wow. That wasn't according to plan for HEET on their map pick. Team Falcons, they just run absolutely rampant on that CT side. 13 rounds on the board. And HEET, they're looking to rectify and repair the damages immediately by pushing in towards lower body with the dual Berettas. Trying to eliminate HEET. Spotted him. But Masuta actually wins out the fight. There's so many players here, and Masuta somehow finds two.
Yeah, at least Body gets 2 kills there in response, so at least it's even both ways. Now there's a lot onto Afro as he pushes in towards short. Drops the bomb, MBK goes down. Mac is looking for the trade, but Afro's doubled up as well. Leaves it now all onto Python in a 1 versus 3, and he's being held by Jax. Spotted now. Python, they know exactly where he is. He has to cross past 3 CTs just to get towards sight. And a nice shot onto Afro, but the trade is immediate from Jax.
Alright, much better. HEET force the issue. They push all the way through, and they get it going. And that's one step in the right direction, but they need many, many more to try and recover this. We'll be given an opportunity to make it 4 Falcons. They're not going to invest in. They've got plenty of rounds to play with. They're just going to keep their economy healthy. They don't need to force the issue.
Yeah, just play this one by the book. Get your money in for the next round, and then come out with those rifles that you were so proliferant with on that prior half. See what he can do. Need to get off to a nice start here, but it's not a story we could even start telling yet. We'll just see what they can put up. Jocko gets a nice target practice. Nice triple kill for him. Looking for a few more here. And, well, Body's going to get one of them through the edge, which leaves Jocko to finish it off with a 4K.
Yeah, nice and easy. A little bit of a formality round for HEET. The fact they keep all players alive is a little bit of a confidence booster. But now the guns come out early off the back of saving. There'll be a lot of AKs heading HEET's way. And they're just on the bonus buy. MP9s, FAMAS's scouts trying to contend with all of these rifles. And considering how the series has been going, it's going to be a very difficult uphill battle.
Yes, it's where Falcons can just run away with things with those rifles out, as you mentioned. In fact, they're running towards the B bomb site early. Bomb is here, but it's just 3 players. The rest is spread out, holding towards upper mid, and in case a push comes through from long. They're just establishing this control early, making sure that HEET aren't going for any aggressive plays with these MP9s, trying to get up close quarters and catch someone off in lower dark, but displaying it all clear. So now they can start to decide how they want to play out this round.
So much noise across the board in towards B and middle. Afro holding with this scout. Fires off a couple of shots. That grenade could have been well placed instead. Falcons want to push the issue. They want to go straight through here. Catching off is MBK, but Jocko chimes in. MBK finds a second. That's a way in. Middle completely opened up.
That's 2 kills found in towards mid now, so it feels like you definitely want to start crunching onto B, and well, that's the answer. HEET removing Jax means that B is now wide open. Body and XCs have literally nothing they can do. You can see they're not even going to try and find any kills here. They know how important every single one of these rounds is going to be, and so they have to hold on to these 2 rifles.
And that was just a really simple play. Straight down the guts. MBK finds 2, even trades out Masuta. And Jax's reaction is to try and push up into upper tunnels. But that's where HEET's holding this entire time. Simple as you like. It's just a B split, but it nets Falcons round number 14, and you're completely right. They can't go for this. They need to save, need to bring forward their best representation of a strong defense in these follow-up rounds, but they are certainly running out of time.
Yeah, I think an interesting part of that round is Afro does fire off a couple of shots in mid with the scout, and that's kind of what gave Falcons the in, right? They hear a scout firing off. The worst case, you get a headshot, and if you just burst through with a bit of utility, it's really hard for the scout player to find that kill. So more often than not, you're going to come out ahead, and the fact that they even double up there is, I mean, that's the round. At that point, HEET just sort of locks it in with the kill onto Jax. So a fantastically played round from Falcons.
It's the fact as well that the mid player trying to support and help Afro isn't there in time. So that allows the slight gap for MBK to find that opener. Masuta's there in support just to lock down that player if he is pushing towards B. So the worst case scenario, it's a trade. Deep Molotovs now being thrown in on either end. One towards short. The Falcons are actually just going to burst out through long here. Afro's been caught off guard by Python. Another opener for this Falcon side.
Yeah, that's the EWP as well. A heavy investment to be losing. Macro actually just going to pick that one up. Takes the upgrade for free. He's like, happy to take that one. Thank you for the upgrade. Response from HEET is to try and take control in towards mid. A flashbang thrown over. And look at the commitment. 4 CTs supporting this push. They're putting a lot of eggs into this mid basket. Allows them to at least take short control while long continues to be passively held by Falcons.
Yeah, a little bit of misinformation over towards the big flank, because that hasn't come over. But you still got a lot of reinforcement over towards A, creeping on in. The fact that Jocko's rotating up as well makes it very difficult for the Falcons to try and contest this. Not too much utility on the way in, but they've got 3 flashbangs at least to try and set them up for success. 40 seconds left. It feels like they are going to commit to this now.
Yeah, smokes for the cross come through. They've got plenty of utility to work with, actually. A few flashbangs, Molotovs, enough to be able to take this control. A lot now on to XSC's on the site. Body as well, sitting back with an incendiary to throw down. So there's a bit of supporting content here for HEET. XSC's trying to play close. MBK's up towards Cars, and he's just sitting on the other side of the smoke. They're trying to spam him out, but he's staying alive, and he's being such a nuisance. Support coming through as well, but both of them are in the same position. A good opening kill is traded immediately by a triple from MBK. Rolling back the years, Jax tries to get something in response, but it's a 1 versus 3 turned into a 1v2. Knows that HEET is on the side because that bomb has just been planted. Looking for this headshot angle, HEET hinting at it, but it doesn't matter. HEET is a little bit better.
What an entry from MBK. all three of them. Just immediately opens up the site. Needs to see a replay of this. Afro getting caught out. He's just on his own again. XC's is too far away to help with that. And MBK. I mean, what more could you ask for if you're Falcons? The fact that HEET even finds this kill is just absolutely disgusting. 15-4. HEET, they get 2 rounds on that CT side, but it might not even be enough to keep survival in Dust2. Look at the buy that they're working with.
And how about that double AWP setup on the T side? Falcons are starting to have a bit of fun with this. That's an intentional purchase from MBK. And it might actually be to their undoing this round, but he's found a nice opener onto Python. Good way to start things out. Now, this little bit of trolling. Maybe not trolling, maybe they just are legitimately running this double AWP sat on the T side, but it does feel like a bit of fun.
Well, if MBK finds a kill, there's all method to this madness. Okay, right. Yeah, that's why he's bought it. See you later, Jax. Oh my goodness me. Afro peeking up and over MBK. Well, he's found another.
He's not trolling.
Suddenly, it's all left onto these 3 players. The biggest investment for HEET right now is a scout. 55 seconds. Falcons can really take this anywhere. That's why XC's is pushing all the way down in towards long. Can he spot Masuta? He does. Can he find the headshot? He can. All right. Even playing field now.
It's a big kill to find, and Jocko, he could find some more. Tucked in towards short. Mako, he's going to be crossing with that bomb. The opportunity presents itself, but the trigger discipline comes through. Didn't feel comfortable taking that shot, so he's just going to walk up behind them, making noise now. But they're just going to be walking out. MBK gets another, but here's Jocko with the deagle. MBK removed Mako. Now, oh my god, actually, that was Ecstasy's out towards long. So now it's HEET and Jocko in a 1 versus 1. AWP hasn't picked up, but he's got the bomb. He knows that he can play this one a bit more passive. HEET throwing down the smoke grenade is going to give him something to work with. But a slight gap on the left-hand side is giving Jocko something to fight with. Brought down low from that HEET, and HEET has gotten away with the bomb.
Can't plant it. No utility either. Or Jocko. He's going to recommit in towards short here. Would he pick up the rifle? Is he just going to go with that deagle? Peeking up and over. HEET. We've seen him get kills in this exact position before, but Jocko finds the shot. HEET stay alive for another round on their map pick, remember.
Oh, just about there. It comes down to the individual heroics. Jocko catches that timing, decides to play trigger discipline, pushes all the way up, catches NBK, who before that had found a triple kill with the AWP to open up this round. I mean, we saw that is an outrageous kill onto Jax on the jump peeking player. We're going to see that one in slow motion. He sees the knee. That's all he sees, and he still lines that shot up.
I thought it was curtains when Jocko missed that shot, but no, still manages to recover somehow. So they do survive. And now look at the buy that the Falcons are working with. It's worse for wear. There's 1 rifle on HEET. Rest of the gang armed with a couple of deagles. There's Glocks. No utility at all. Apart from on at HEET. Well, Afro finds the opener onto MBK.
Yeah, this round should be a comfortable one for HEET. HEET is the only one that can really cause any issues here. He's going to be supported. Has Masuda leading the charge with the pistol. Trying to bait out the shots so that HEET can trade off him. Afro's repositioned after finding that opener in towards middle. He's made his way all the way around towards CT. Hinge smoke comes through. A missed shot does signal his position though.
Spam. Jocko doesn't find a thing. Thinks better of it. Doesn't hang around. Now can re-smoke mid-doors. Falcons have got a little bit of space here, but that Molotov is going to funnel them. It's going to split them apart. Afro trying to hold. HEET will find that opener. MP9s. In fact, everyone of HEET rotating up and over, but HEET even finds a team kill in the mix, but it's all Ecstasy's on the back of the site. Finds a hat-trick of kills, and HEET will pick up the round again, but it looks a little bit scary. That's 1 saved AK, and HEET finding all of the openers.
Yeah, it almost looked like he was going to do enough, even taking down his teammate on his way to it. It started out with Afro finding this lovely opener, but HEET almost equalizes things, thankfully, for HEET. Ecstasy's was there out towards Car, and he's able to triple up here. Lovely sequence of headshots. So now once again, Falcons get out all the bling. Maka being boosted up with the AWP, not going to spot anyone initially. Falcons get one of their 9 more chances of closing this one out.
Again, it's that familiar dance of utility in towards middle and tunnels. Jax just on the edge. He's holding the smoke. He's just going to jiggle. He sees any contacts from HEET, he can just drop that one in. With Suter going for a similar play, that next to him at the opener over towards B, but Choco chimes in with another. He's even going for more fights. That's going to cost him his life. HEET looked like he was potentially going to push Jax, force the issue, but instead falls back. Wants to try and adjust with his team. Perfect flash body, caught completely off guard.
MBK is playing out of his mind. We saw that incredible triple kill with the AWP. This time around, he's just entering with the AK, playing every single role, and eventually does get punished. Afro pushing through the smoke is able to catch off Maka as well. But the fact that Jax fell back meant that the B-bomb site was opened up. Python, he's walked out here, but just sticking his shoulder out, gets almost caught off by Jax. And they're just trying to push the issue here, but the trades are good. HEET is finding all of these fights. And that puts it out all onto Afro to keep them in the game. And there is HEET, another triple kill to take the map for Falcons.
HEET doing everything, MBK as well. I mean, what a performance from the Falcons. That was absolutely perfect. We said, okay, this is going to be a close game. HEET pick into Dust2. That was overtime last time. No, Falcons completely shut it down.
I can't believe what we just saw. That was such a dominant half on the CT side. 13 rounds, only conceding the 2. And one of those is the pistol. That's a completely